All right, all right, all right. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing on today? And welcome, welcome, welcome to Morning Motivations. I had to get me a little theme song for this, for real, for real. All right. But anyway, we want to give a shout out to Swag Her Magazine because CTR Media Network, that's one of our media partners, and we're so super duper excited to be partnered with them as well as the Herpreneur Network. Check them both out on today. And I do not want to forget Black News Media. Thank you for allowing us to be able to share what we do with all of your network as well as our own. So today we're gonna talk about a topic. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Time management. Okay. I'm gonna be totally 100 and honest with you on today. This is something that I have not mastered yet. As soon as I think that I have it, something happens that throws me all the way off and make me have to revisit this topic over and over and over again. So time management is something that, if you're like me, based upon what you have to do within a day, within a month, within a quarter, will dictate how well you manage your time. Now, I am getting better at it. I'm way better than before, but hunty, today was one of those days and yesterday where I just felt like time was getting away from me. So for if you are a person that feels like you just don't have enough time in the day, 24 hours is just not enough. And we know it's enough, but we feel like it's not enough because we're not managing our time well. Then this is the episode for you. I'm going to help you as much as I can as I help myself through this process as well. Because, like I said, we're going to keep it totally 100. I'm not going to act like I'm all dead on some things when I know I'm still working on it, baby. This is something I'm still working on. And maybe you can drop something in the chat to let me know what do you actually do for time management. But before we get started, I want you to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have not smashed that like bell or that notification bell, or it let me know where you're tuning in from. How about you do that and say, hey girl, hey, so that I can tell you hello on today. Before we actually get started, I am going to take a quick commercial break. And when we get back, yes, when we get back, we're going to talk about this time management, okay? The elephant in the room. We will be back in a moment after this commercial break.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, I want to learn more. Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.
All right, and just like that, we are back, coming back to you. We're going to talk about this topic of time management. We have Dr. Vanessa Guyton in the room today. She is one of our amazing podcasters. So come on back. When you download the app, you guys, she is like flipping it up a bit. She's switching it up a bit for this particular year. So I'm so excited about her new branding and how her show has expanded. But if you want to watch her previous episodes, you can go to YouTube right now and watch Hush No More Champions. It's an amazing, amazing show. Because she said that she is still working on this too. Hey girl, Columbia, South Carolina, checking in. All right, so good morning, CTR Media Network family and supporters. As you already know, this is Morning Motivations. This particular segment on CTR Media Network is our way of giving back to the community by talking about the things that are mostly on the mind of everyday people doing extraordinary things, as well as entrepreneurs. We're going to tackle those topics. We're going to talk about that stuff so that we can get over it, we can overcome, and we can thrive in 2025. So today we're going to talk about time management. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how is it that you feel that you don't have enough time? And let me be totally honest with you now. I feel like I don't have enough time. Oh, I needed some more time. I feel overwhelmed. She said, thank you. Time management is what I am working on this year. Vanessa said that. Yes, I'm still working on it as well. And I promise you, Vanessa, I have been doing so much better. And just in this week alone, I feel like I have to start all over from scratch because literally we have an event that we have to go to in the midst of everything that we are already doing. And I kid you not, in the preparation of traveling to interview and do media, it like literally I feel like I'm thrown off because now I have to put things in the schedule that is normally not in the schedule on a regular day or whatever. So I'm like, I'm feeling it, y'all. I'm feeling it. So what is time management? It's just simply the ability to plan and control how you spend your hours in a day and how you effectively manage your time, help you actually accomplish your goals. Now, it's about working smarter, not harder, and ensuring that your time aligns with whatever your priorities are for that particular day, for that particular week, for that particular month, or for that particular quarter. I said it like this because if you do have a business, if you have a nonprofit, or just living life and you're trying to manage everything, you have to like section off your life in that manner. And so the case is most of us, we we're having difficulty managing time, okay? And I'm one of them. I admit I need help managing my time more effectively when I have things on my schedule that is not usually common, okay? And so first we need to identify what we're doing to waste time because to be honest with you, there are moments that we are wasting time. And so for the fact of how do you identify that? So you can just track your time for the week to identify various patterns. Sometimes when individuals get overwhelmed, they use it as an excuse to say, I'm not going to do anything. And maybe they say they're going to watch have a small break, watch a 15-minute show, listen to music or a book for 15-20 minutes, and then it's 2 hours later. You don't I mean, how many people out there said you're going to go to Hallmark channel or Lifetime channel or Tubi or whatever, and you're just going to watch one show, one episode or one movie, and then you find yourself, you just watch like so many movies back to back in rotation, it don't even make no sense. You have turned that 20 minutes or 25 minutes into hours of wasting time. And you didn't even realize that the day was going on without you when you had all of these things to do. I know I have been guilty of that myself. That's why I do not turn on the TV when I am working because I know I will get caught up and I will just lose track of time. And so, what activities you need to see? What activities are just eating up your time? That's the first thing. What are you doing in your day that is eating up your time? That is not adding any value. Because we have things that eat up your time, but it adds value to you. But what are the things that are eating up your time, but it's not adding value? First of all, you need to identify that. Once you identify that, those are the things that you need to stop doing. Tip number two, you need to limit the distractions like social media, emailing, multitasking. Many of us, we are proud to say that we are multitasker. I used to be one of them. However, I noticed the more things that I multitask, the more I feel like I do not have enough time because you're managing too much at one time. Now, some people can manage, I can manage well, maybe 3 to 4 things within the same time. When I start getting past four, I start feeling like everything is kind of falling from the scene. So you have to know your capacity of how much you can handle at one time if you're doing more things. But I have noticed when I focus on one thing at a time, I get through it more quickly and I'm more effective at it, and I have a less margin for error. When you are doing too many things all at one time, you will notice that you start making unnecessary errors. You get very tired, your eyes, your hands, if you're typing a lot, if you're looking at a screen for a long time, you miss things that you normally don't miss because you're looking at too many things, you're doing too many things at one time. So I know sometimes for our multitaskers, you feel like you're not getting things done if you're not multitasking. But I'm here to tell you, from being a multitasker to also being very intentional about working one thing at a time, which is very hard. Working one thing at a time. I have seen the complete difference where I don't have to go back and redo, re-edit, whatever I'm doing. I don't have to redo it. It's already effective as is because I was totally focused on that one task at a time. Number three, the tip: you need to learn to say no to tasks or commitments that don't align with your priorities. Many times it's not that we don't have enough time, it's that we allow too many things to come suck up our time because maybe we're people pleasing, because you have a problem saying no, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And the thing is, I don't like hurting people's feelings either because I don't want nobody hurting mine, but you have to learn to use the power of no when necessary. And no, you don't have to be like, no, I'm not going to do it being rude. You can be like, well, no, not right now. I really appreciate this opportunity, what you're presenting to me. And had I not already had a full plate, a full schedule, I would be honored to do this. However, I would like to know if we could push this back maybe a week or two or a month when I have more time available. Now, isn't that a better way to say no? That sounds good. Whereas the person who took the initiative to offer you the opportunity or want to collab with you, they don't feel like they've been slighted or feel like, oh, they trying to act, some type of way. No, they just know, they honestly see that you are just too busy. And people know that I will tell people no because number one, I don't want to put too much on my schedule that will not allow me to give my whole 100% to whomever I'm working with at the time. So sometimes I have taken on too much and I had to go back and say, hey, I thought I was going to be able to do this, but we're going to have to like put this on hold. And when I clear out some of my schedule, I'm going to come back and give you 100%. Because what I don't like doing is having too much on my schedule and then not letting stuff fall by the wayside. Because when you're working with people, they deserve your best, not mediocre, not halfway. When they're working, I really take that seriously when I'm working with anyone because I don't want them to give me mediocre when they're working with me, right? And so saying no is very powerful. So learn to say no. And even when it aligns with whatever it is that you're doing, sometimes you have to pause for a moment, catch your breath. But if it don't align with what you're doing, that's an automatic no for me because it's a distraction. Anything that is not in the line of what I am doing or what we're doing as a network, as a family, that is an automatic no for me because it distracts me from what I'm really supposed to be doing. So you're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. Vanessa said, not from scratch, just an adjustment. You got it. I feel like, I feel like it. But you're right. You're right. I'm not starting from scratch. So let me give you a little scenario. Imagine you're spending hours each day scrolling on social media, which most of us have been guilty of, child. By tracking your time, you realize you're losing 10 hours a week on unproductive scrolling. You decide to set the timer for 15 minutes a day to limit your distractions. Let's talk about this. We are plagued with so much content and information on a daily basis, every second of every single day. And if you notice that social media is your weakness, then you need to put in parameters to help you stay focused and not lose, don't get distracted, right? And so I have timers that are set, that will go off to let me know, because you can be scrolling on social media and don't even realize how much time you spent on social media. I mean, the sun come up and then the sun going down and you still scrolling. But you haven't made any progress for that particular day. And then you're upset with yourself because you sat on your butt and wasted all that time, but you didn't even realize it, because it can just, I call it going down the rabbit hole. You go from one video to the next video, you go from one post to the next post, and you just keep on going. And as you keep on going and scrolling, the algorithm is going to feed you more and more and more of that content that you're ingesting to keep you on the platform longer. That's what it's designed for, to watch what you're doing, to watch what you watch, and then send you an onslaught of that same similar content, so you will not ever log off the platform. Keep you a zombie on the platform all day. That is the purpose. Hey, Gladys. Vanessa said this year I am implementing 12 weeks a year by Brian Morgan. Oh, yeah. I got that book. I just didn't have a chance to read it yet, but I'm adding it into my second quarter. She said, I have also started using my voice positioning and saying no, because I take on way too much. I need this today. Yeah, Vanessa, I know you do, because I do. And we have the same type of spirit, child. We got to learn to say, and you know what's the cool thing about the word no? I have not ran across a language yet that no is the same way in each language. The main ones that everyone pretty much is familiar with, it is no, the same no. It may be emphasized a little bit different, but it's the same no. So that should let you know that is a universal word that we are not using enough, because we're worrying about what somebody's going to say or think. I mean, you should be conscious of that, but make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself. Gladys said, Grand Rising, beautiful people. Welcome to the live. We have Naomi in the building. She said, hi, Tina, your husband. She said Chris, but it's Curtis. But I know what you're talking about, child. Has printing you channel on Clubhouse. I'm subscribing, Queen. Thank you. Vanessa said audiobooks. I listen in the car. I do too. I love audiobooks because sometimes I'm so easily distracted, even when I'm reading a book, that I'm more focused when I can listen to an audiobook. We have Crazy Cooley said, how long have you been going live? 13 years. Listen, I've been going live even when it wasn't popular. You can track me all the way back to 2013, 2000, no, 2009. 2009. So it's really longer than that, maybe 15, but I wasn't consistent in the first three years. I used to post more than I went live. I used to do a lot of uploading back in the day. But yeah, I've been going live consistently for 13 years. Uh-huh. It's been a long time. I tell people all the time, just because you just heard of me now, that don't mean that I just came out. I just started. Like, no. It took all of this time for me to be able to build to who I am now. And I still feel like I have a long ways to go. But I always been here, but you just didn't know me then. You just didn't know me then, but I've been here. Vanessa said, no is a yes to me. Our heart space make it difficult. It does. But we're going to have to learn to say no. Crazy Cool said, wow, how do you not show your face? It's like a podcast. Do cool. Well, I do show my face. If you search me, you will see me all over the place, because I have my own podcast. I have my own TV show. I also co-host and do various events. I'm a public speaker. I have my own books, but I do a combination of everything. I do audio, I do video, I do some improv. I do a little bit of everything. And the reason why is because I'm teaching individuals like yourself, and also showing you, not just saying the words, but showing you that you can still be relevant. You can still make an impact, even if you don't show your face, because your voice, your words hold power. So, yeah, I do variations of it. And to show you that you just need to show up, whatever it is that you're comfortable with, whether it's audio or whether it's video or a combination of both. The goal, the thing is that you just need to show up. Okay. Because if you follow me enough, you saw my face many, 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 many times. Okay. So I do a combination of both. He said, thank you, appreciate you. You are most welcome. So let's get back to this time management, how to accomplish this. Because at the end of the day, how can you do it? Well, you can use apps. They do have an app called Rescue Time that or Clockify, where you can track and analyze your time uses. But if you don't want to spend the little coin, you don't want to spend your coin, what you can do is just simply, everybody mostly have a cell phone. So what you can utilize is your alarm in your phone. You can actually set your alarm to go off and write a little note, because that's what I do. I actually have my alarm go off multiple times of the day to remind me of various different, and I add a little note to it so it can jog my mind on what it is that I need to be doing, what I need to refocus if I'm not currently focused. If I got distracted, it will pull me back from the distraction so that I can make the progress that I need to make for that particular day or whatever it is that I'm doing. I am at least working through my goals, whether fastly or slowly, depending on whatever the project is. Another thing that I do, I turn off my phone to do not disturb. Why do I do that? Is because if I don't, my phone dings every single minute of every single day. I remember my husband asked me, "Why do you have your phone on silent all the time?" I said, "Because if I don't, my phone just bings 24/7, and it's not just notifications from social media. I'm talking about from people." Emails, and I have multiple ones, all of them buzzing off, TV, all buzzing off, calling, all kind of different things. And I had to learn to turn it off. And I also turn it, and then I have a certain time where I have the phone on when it's working hours, and then I will answer the phone or whatever like that when I'm working. But when I'm asleep, when I'm supposed to have family time or downtime, I have that phone off, the notifications off. And so that's one thing that actually helped me to be able to focus, uh, to be able to manage my time more better. Because honestly, when you see all those pop-ups from your emails, your text messages, your social media messages, or whatever like that, I have somebody else that do some of that stuff. But it's a distraction. You got 150 people reaching out to you in 3 hours. How in the world? So I love all my peeps. And I love that you reach out and you be giving me so much motivation. Keep doing it. But I have to work through it, baby. Because certain things I just like to see, but it takes me a while to get through because there's so many messages. And I do have help, but I do like to look at it myself to at least show you guys the appreciation from at least reaching out or commenting on the post. I like to really be connected, but I can't do it every single day. I can't do it every single day. Okay. The next thing is prioritize your tasks. You can categorize your tasks in quarters or quadrants of what's more important versus based on the time sensitivity. That is how I work. I have a lot of things that I have to do personally that my team cannot do for me, that I have to personally go into certain events, that I have to personally go on stage and speak, that I have to personally go do book signings, that I have to personally go into a interview. All right. And so what I do, I base it on the the timestamp of when that deadline is. So if something is I have to have done by Friday, I'm making sure I'm pushing that up to the beginning of the week. Something that I have to do the next following week, okay, that's going to go in the beginning of the next following week. So I have to rearrange my schedule based upon the timestamp of when I'm supposed to have something done that only I can do. The things that I have that other members of our team can do, I send them in to do it. But certain things, when you have a business, you cannot send someone else to do it. Okay. Especially when you're talking with one CEO to the next CEO. I have certain CEOs that will not talk with staff, that will not talk with staff. They will only talk to another member, the highest member of the C suite, which is the CEO or the president or the founder. So I have to go in and show up, right? And that's okay. Because there's certain things that I won't talk to with a staff member, because it just depends on what the information is. And so I make sure I put things on a need to do right now, a need to do a little bit later, and oh, I can hold off on this a little bit and take my time. The next tip is to start your day, which I basically was saying that now, start your day with the hardest things first, the most important things first. Even though those are usually the most stressful, the ones that get you kind of like, you kind of feel overwhelmed, those are the things that you need to go ahead and get through first, because as your day go on, your brain is going to get tired. You're going to get tired. You're not going to be as sharp. So it's something that is hard, that is very important, and needs to be done. You need to be doing it in the first part of the day, where your brain, where you are fresh, where you are the more sharp, your mind is more sharp, your abilities and your process of problem solving is more sharp early part of the day. As the day go on, as you have the work day, you start getting more foggy thinking. You start getting more tired. You start getting more lethargic, only because you're human and you get tired. Okay, you ain't no superwoman or superman. So if it's super duper important, I always put that hard stuff first, even though we like to put the easy stuff first, but put the hard stuff first. And the most important thing, which we don't always do, we need to learn to take breaks throughout the day. That is not time wasted. That is time that is needed for you to be able to recharge, to be able to recenter, to be able to catch your breath and take a deep breath, to do something that will ease your mind, because you do not need to keep working on a 100% where you're draining and you're not allowing yourself time to have a, I would say, allowing yourself time to have a moment of downtime. You don't want to constantly run. Just, I'm going to compare it to a car. Imagine if every time you drive, you are just putting the pedal to the metal and you are running that engine to the full capacity. I mean, you are never just coasting on 30, 40, or 50 miles per hour. You are forever running that vehicle on 90 to 120. And I'm just saying, if we didn't have rules about the speed, I'm just saying, this is hypothetical, you're eventually gonna blow your motor. Your transmission gonna start acting up. Your starter may not start well because you just don't. I mean, you're just gonna start messing up the mechanisms of that particular vehicle. Well, guess what? Your body is your vehicle, and if you do not give it downtime, you are going to burn out. Imagine if you do not, if you have a battery in your car and you never add water to the cells. The cells are different. Okay, as you can see, I'm a tomboy. I'm the only child and I'm the only girl. And I used to spend a lot of time with my dad and fixing stuff. So I know a little too much about cars and all this stuff than most women, because I was always up under my daddy. Okay. And so, anyway, if you don't take charge of that, you will notice that just like a battery in a car will blow out, you will notice that you get more forgetful. You will notice that you can't hold your thoughts well. You will notice that you're just not working at your full capacity. Hey, Latrell, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you too, Crazy Coolie. Okay, and so that is some things that you can use. So let me give you some other little things that are free. One thing that I actually use is Google Calendar. You can use Google Calendar to schedule out your stuff. Everything from, if you have a podcast, TV show, you can schedule that out. Meetings, your work day, doctor appointments, things you have to do with the kids, meetings. You can literally map out your entire day color coded using Google Calendar. And this will help you be able to manage your time more better, along with I'm suggesting that you use your alarm that's on your cell phone to actually remind you of your start and stop times. Remember that you will feel overwhelmed at some time based upon the timestamp or whatever it is that you have to do. Like, I'm more overwhelmed when I have events than when I don't have events, whether it's in person or whether it's virtual, because you have more on your plate. Understand that that is natural, but you can still work through feeling overwhelmed by making sure that you manage your time. The more better you manage your time, the less overwhelming you will feel, because now you feel like you're more in control. And even when you start feeling that little feeling of pressure, you can fall back on your project or task, showing myself, reminding myself that I am making progress. Because sometimes you need to have a reminder, because we're only thinking about what we have not done. So I make sure that I go back, and that motivates me to get the rest of the task done. And when I do feel like my day, my time, I did not manage it as effectively as I should, I give myself grace. Like today, I'm laughing about it. I'm like, listen, I gotta admit, this is something that I'm working on. And today was not one of those days I felt like I managed everything well. I get up at like 4:30 every single morning. And so when most people are asleep, I already have half of my day already done. But I just felt like I was running out of time, and I have all this time, right? And so I said, oh, let me go ahead and go live. And so what I like to do, what helps me a lot, and if you are a business owner, is to implement automations. Okay. How much can you automate to lessen the load that you have? Whether it's a CRM, that is customer relations management system, whether it is social media management, if you have to be on social media a lot, can you automate that where it is going out automatically on your behalf? What about if you are a podcaster or a TV host and you're not going live on your show, but you're using pre-recorded? Can you go ahead and interview, like bulk record? This is what I do: bulk record a lot of different episodes with my various different guests, and then release them week to week. What can you do to automate your life to make it easier and simpler and still don't remove the quality and the amount of quantity that you automatically will put out that your viewing and listening audience is looking for? What is it that you can do? There's so many different AIs, so many different automations. Find the system that works best for you. If you do not have a VA or VAs to work for you, which is a virtual assistant, what can you do to help, that you can purchase to help make your life easier? And I encourage you guys to look into that. I do have some systems and different things that I do recommend. And I'm working on my little referral book thing right now, where I can just hand it all to you. You guys can get it for free. And then you can kind of see what we have used in the past, what we're currently using, all that good stuff we're working on now. Because so many people ask me that every single day. I said, you know what? I just need to put it in one area and create it and just give it out to you guys, and then you can do what you want to do with it. Okay. And we're currently working on that right now. So what I want you guys to do is just understand that time is your most valuable resource. And how you use it, it does matter, because if you don't use it right, you will lose it. Time is something that is the most valuable thing. However, time is also something that once it's lost, it can never be regained. So use it wisely. Take a tip from today's episode and implement it into your week. Share your progress with us. You can comment in the chat and let us know what you're doing. What are some things that you do in order to manage your time properly? Do you feel like it's something that you have under control, that you are expert on it? Then I definitely want to hear from you if you feel like you're an expert on time management, because we need to have an interview with you, because we need some tips from a person that is their niche market. That's what they do, honey. But If you're not, what is it that you do to help yourself? And most importantly, what do you do when you feel like you are off step with your time management? How do you get yourself back motivated? I want to just thank you guys for listening to this episode. Yes, 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 yes. And if you are ready to amplify your voice and connect with like-minded entrepreneurs and content creators, then there is no better place to go than for you to download the CTR Media Network app today and unlock exclusive content, live trainings, and a community that is ready to elevate your life and your brand, baby. So stay connected anytime, anywhere. We stream podcasts, TV shows, we have live shows. You can grow your network alongside of us. And the cool thing, you can download the app for absolutely free 99. I said free, 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 baby. So it's no excuse that you can even think of in 2025 on the reason why you're not thriving, because this is our way of showing that we care and that we appreciate you at CTR Media Network with our amazing content creators and podcast and TV show hosts. And we even have some webinars and events that actually that's actually on our platform as well, because this is showing you that somebody do care. We care about you. And so we're putting this valuable content out to you for absolutely free. So make sure to take advantage of it. We just uploaded up under the events and webinar TV channel on CTR. I'm actually going through showing you step by step how to start your own podcast from scratch on Spotify. I'm literally walking you through, I mean, showing you Spotify, starting one right in your face. Normally, that is not free. You have to purchase my book to get that. But we're doing that for you. Why? Because we care. And we understand that some people are having a very, very difficult time financially. And I don't want you to miss your opportunity to share your voice, because guess what? Your voice matters and you need to let it be heard. No more excuses in 2025. This is your year to thrive, but you have to believe it in order to achieve it. And you have to move forward even when you're scared. Don't allow fear to paralyze you, because it's some people that will not move, that will not take action until they hear the sound of your voice, until they see you on the screen, because it's something about you that they need in order to move to the next step. So don't be selfish. Don't hold that experience. Don't hold that information to yourself. Share it with the world, because guess what? The world is never too saturated for you. On that note, let me go and check the comments. Latrell said, take it day by day. Energy generates itself. Dr. Vanessa, one of our amazing podcasters. Thank you, Dr. Tina. I need this motivation. I'm going to research the Google Calendar. Yes, most of us have a Google email for free. I happen to have the business Google account as well as free ones. And they have so many things that we have for free in there that we can use, and we don't even use it. We can save money because Google have like a whole workspace. They have Google spreadsheets. They have Google, oh my goodness. I mean, let me see. Let me pull up so I can just look it up right now so I can like literally. They have Google My Business, and if you're not on there, you need to have your business there. Of course, it's connected to YouTube. They have the Google Play for the app. They have Google News. They have the email. They have their version of what Zoom is, which is called Google Meets. They have their own version of Facebook and all that, which is called Google Chats. They have contacts where you can put all your content there and be able to email all your people with one click of a button. They have Google Drive where you can add all of your photos, videos, or whatever to keep you organized to send to people, or you can just use it for yourself. They have the Google Calendar, which I was talking about in today's live, where you can organize your life with their calendar, color coding, everything. They have Google Translate, which actually help translate information for you for absolutely free. They have Google Photos, just like Amazon Photos, just like the photos in your phone, where you can actually add your photos and it reminds you of what year, what date that you did particular things, give you reminders just like Facebook memories. They do the same thing, and it's free storage. They have Google Shopping, where you can literally go shop. They have the Google Ad Center, where you can actually manage any type of ads that you do on Google that will also be presented on YouTube, because they work together. They have their version of Chat GPT called Gemini, where they're actually helping you come up with ideas, just like for us that use Chat GPT, where they have their version. They have Google Finance, Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, Google Slides. They have books where you can go and read and listen to books. They have Google Blogger. They have Keep. They have Classroom, where you can actually run a whole classroom on Google. Yeah, for entrepreneurs or people who teach school. They have Google Earth, where you can see the whole world from the satellites in space, and you can go and travel down the road and actually see all kind of things, cool things. I actually use that when I'm helping ones with school. It really helps with geography. They have arts and culture. They have Google One. They have travel. They have Google Forms, which is their version of JotForm if you use JotForm. They have your own phone number. You can talk on the phone. I mean, analytics. They have your passwords. They have wireless. They have Google Fi, which is their wireless version of Wi-Fi. And they have a merchant center. I mean, and the bulk of us are not using it. The bulk of us are not using it. I'm one of them. I'm using it, but I'm not using it to the full capacity. So my goal is to learn personally myself how to use some of this stuff myself, because you're paying for stuff, or even if you're not paying for it, it's available. So use it. And it's amazing. So on that note, you guys, I want you to have a great rest of your day. Make sure to download our app and go to ctrmedianetwork.com. I'll be back tomorrow because I go live every single day with a morning motivation to help kickstart your day into positivity. If no one told you today that you are worthy, that you matter, that you are important, I'm here to tell you that you're worthy, that you matter, and you are important. And if they didn't tell you that they love you today, I want you to know that I love you. You know why? Because you're totally awesome, and I don't have to know you personally or to love you. I love everybody that love me, and then some people who don't love me, because I let God handle that part. So on that note, I just want you to go out and make the best day you have ever had, because guess what? You control it, and you can create the life that you always wanted by first changing your mindset. I'll see you here, same time, same place tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.
Dreams do come true. I am showering on Netflix.
What I wish I knew when I started podcasting: how to get an awesome website in minutes. No technical knowledge, no problem. Podpage is designed for podcasters, not developers. Build a professional website in minutes, no coding required. Focus on your podcast, not your website. Join over 30,000 podcasters who trust Podpage to showcase their shows. It's easy, it works, it's made for you. Visit CTR Media Network and scan the QR code to get started now. Podpage, build it, love it, share it.